When it comes to American tennis, the first names that leap to mind are the legendary Williams sisters, Serena and Venus. Now, 20-year-old Coco Gauff proudly carries that torch, drawing endless comparisons to the sisters, not just for her explosive game but also for speaking out on equality. Yet, 2025 hasn't been her smoothest ride, with her Roland Garros triumph standing as the lone shining peak of her Grand Slam season. With the grueling Asian swing looming, Gauff hit pause on the pressure-filled tour, choosing instead to recharge her soul as Coco Gauff unwinds at her great-grandmother's unforgettable 90th birthday celebration. Coco Gauff recently shared a heartfelt snapshot, standing proudly beside her great-grandmother to mark the milestone occasion. Her warm smile radiated as she held hands with the family matriarch. Her great-grandmother, dressed in an elegant white lace dress with a delicate blue flower pin, looked graceful as the scene glowed with balloons and cozy family-style dining. Gauff captioned the post, "Happy 90th B-Day to my great-grandmother." Unlike the WTA rankings, which are based on tournament points, the Universal Tennis Rating, UTR, focuses on evaluating a player's consistency and current form. The system operates on a 16-point scale, analyzing the last 30 matches played over the past 12 months. It considers match competitiveness rather than just results, placing greater emphasis on victories against stronger opponents. The podium has remained unchanged for months, with the three most recent Grand Slam champions leading the UTR ranking, just like in the WTA ranking, but not in the same order. Gauff, the Roland Garros champion, commands the alternative ranking, while Iga Swiatek holds the second spot, and Sabalenka is third. The top five is rounded out by Elena Rybakina and Ekaterina Alexandrova, two players who have used their consistency to become some of the winningest players this season. Alexandrova with 38 wins and Rybakina with 44, following Rybakina and Alexandrova, who don't even reach the top 10 in the WTA rankings, are the names of Mira Andreeva, a two-time WTA 1000 champion this season, and Zhang Qinwen, who has been off the courts for the last month of the American hardcourt swing, missing the Canadian Open, Cincinnati, and the US Open. Perhaps the biggest surprise in the top 10 is Marketa Vondrousova, who is barely ranked number 35 in the WTA. The Czech player has only played a handful of tournaments this season and has an 18-8 record, having defeated opponents like Paolini and Rybakina at the US Open before retiring from her match against Sabalenka due to injury. She has 12 wins in her last 16 matches. Just behind her is Naomi Osaka, a finalist at the Canadian Open and a semi-finalist at the US Open. The four-time Grand Slam champion has been one of the most dominant players in the final part of the season, with 10 wins and 2 losses in her last two tournaments, reaching the final in Montreal and the semifinals at Flushing Meadows. Closing out the top 10 is Ukrainian Elena Svitolina, who is coming off first-round losses at the Cincinnati Open and US Open but has been consistently winning throughout the season to remain in the top tier, as she fights to finish the season in the WTA top 10.